step back into the 1960s when housewives were true masters of thrift. Picture a living room with a sewing kit on the coffee table and a basket of clothes waiting to be mended. Back then, tossing something out just because it had a small rip or a broken button wasn't an option. Repairs were a part of everyday life, and it saved families real money. Fast forward to 2025, and those same habits can still keep cash in your wallet and waste out of landfills. Let's dig into how DIY repairs can be your secret budget weapon. In the 1960s, sewing was a skill nearly every housewife had in her toolkit. A missing button? Fixed in minutes. Torn hem? No problem. Even kids' toys got stitched back together before anyone thought about buying new ones. That resourcefulness wasn't just about money, it was about pride in making things last. Today, the good news is you don't need to be a sewing pro to get the same benefits. Affordable repair kits are available everywhere, and YouTube tutorials can guide you through the basics step by step. Take clothing, for example. A ripped shirt or pair of jeans doesn't mean it's trash. I recently fixed a tear in my favorite jeans with a $5 sewing kit. If I'd replaced them, it would have cost me at least $50. That's a $45 savings from one quick fix. Multiply that by a few pieces of clothing each season, and you're looking at hundreds of dollars saved without stepping foot in a store. And it doesn't stop at clothing. In the 1960s, fixing household items was just as normal. A wobbly chair? Tighten the screws. A lamp that stopped working? Replace the cord. Today, simple tools can handle these same small jobs. Instead of calling a repairman or buying new, try giving it a shot yourself. Many fixes take less than 15 minutes, and the satisfaction of solving it on your own is priceless. Thrift stores also add a modern twist to this hack. If something is truly beyond repair, you don't have to buy brand new. A trip to a thrift shop often reveals hidden treasures at a fraction of retail prices. Plus, many secondhand finds only need minor touch-ups, like polishing, tightening, or sewing to look as good as new. It's sustainable, budget-friendly, and a fun way to score unique items. Here's the best part. Every repair adds up. Think about the cost of replacing clothes, shoes, or household basics over a year. Now imagine fixing or refreshing half of those instead. You're not just saving cash, you're building a lifestyle that values creativity, resilience, and smart spending. It's exactly what 1960s housewives practiced daily, and it's just as powerful in 2025. DIY repairs are more than just a money hack. They're a mindset shift. Instead of defaulting to buy new, you pause and ask, can I fix this? More often than not, the answer is yes, and every yes is money back in your pocket, less clutter in landfills, and a nod to the timeless thrift that carried families through decades past. Just like in the 1960s, small fixes can make a big difference today. Let's rewind to the 1960s, when budgeting wasn't about apps or spreadsheets. It was about cold, hard cash and a set of envelopes neatly labeled for every expense. Housewives back then had a system that worked like magic. Groceries went into one envelope, utilities into another, and maybe a little tucked away for Friday night fun. It was simple, visual, and incredibly effective at keeping spending under control. Fast forward to 2025, and money management can feel overwhelming with endless subscriptions, online shopping, and impulse buys just one click away. But here's the twist. The old envelope system still works, only now we've got digital tools that make it easier, faster, and more flexible than ever. It's like giving a retro hack a modern upgrade. In the 1960s, families lived by strict cash rules. Once the grocery envelope was empty, that was it. No swiping credit cards or dipping into savings. That discipline kept households debt-free and taught kids the value of a dollar. Today, you can recreate the same structure with apps like Good Budget, NYAB, or even simple banking features that allow you to split money into digital categories. Each envelope becomes a budget line on your phone, and you can track every dollar in real time. For example, imagine creating envelopes for essentials like groceries, bills, and gas. Then add a few fun categories, maybe coffee runs, movie nights, or weekend treats. When the money in that envelope runs out, you stop spending, just like in the 1960s. It creates natural limits, but without the hassle of carrying around stacks of cash. And the best part? You can adjust instantly if life throws you a curveball, moving money from one envelope to another with a tap. This method also works wonders for saving goals. Back in the day, envelopes labeled vacation or Christmas helped families prepare months in advance. Now you can set up digital savings buckets for everything from emergency funds to holiday shopping. Watching those digital envelopes fill up week by week is just as satisfying as stuffing real ones, only now you get the bonus of interest and security. The digital envelope system doesn't just save money, it builds awareness. When you're forced to decide where every dollar goes, you start cutting out mindless purchases. No more wondering why your bank balance vanished halfway through the month. Instead, you're in control, confident, and aligned with your priorities. That's the same clarity 1960s housewives enjoyed when they spread cash across their envelopes on payday. And don't underestimate the psychological power. Having a set limit for dining out or entertainment makes spending feel intentional instead of guilty. It's not about restricting your life, it's about creating balance. Just like those thrifty homemakers balance the family budget without sacrificing joy, you can treat yourself while still building savings and stability. From paper envelopes to digital dashboards, the core principle remains unchanged. Give every dollar a job and stick to the plan. It worked 60 years ago, and it still works today. The 1960s envelope system isn't just a relic of the past, it's a timeless tool reimagined for the future. Take a step back and look at the bigger picture. The 1960s may feel like a lifetime ago, but the money-saving habits of those housewives are still as sharp today as they were 60 years ago. What worked then works now, only with a modern twist. Over the past few minutes, we've taken a retro road trip through timeless hacks that can keep your 2025 budget on track without losing your sanity. Think about it: coupon clipping, bulk cooking, DIY repairs, and the envelope system. Each one came straight from the 1960s playbook, yet each one still fits perfectly in today's world of apps, subscriptions, and rising prices. The truth is, money habits don't need to be complicated. Back then, a pair of scissors and a stack of coupons made the difference at the grocery store. Today, you've got digital coupons in your pocket with apps like Honey, Rakuten, or store rewards programs. It's the same concept, just updated for the 21st century. Bulk cooking followed the same principle. Spend a little time up front, save big later. Those bubbly casseroles and hearty stews of the 1960s stretched across multiple nights. Today, it's meal prep containers and freezer-friendly recipes. The math hasn't changed. 5 dinners for $15 is as exciting in 2025 as it was back then. Your wallet stays full, your kitchen stays stocked, and your stress level drops. DIY repairs may have been overlooked in the age of fast fashion and online shopping, but they're making a comeback. A simple sewing kit, a screwdriver, or a quick tutorial can save you hundreds of dollars over time. The satisfaction of fixing something yourself? That's priceless. The 1960s mindset was all about making things last, and in today's eco-conscious world, that's not just smart, it's stylish. And let's not forget about the envelope system. Cash-filled envelopes may seem old-fashioned, but the discipline they taught families in the past is the same discipline we need today. Whether you're splitting funds in Good Budget, YNAB, or another app, the principle remains powerful. Give every dollar a purpose. It's about being intentional, and that small shift creates big results. All of these hacks prove one thing: thrift is timeless. 1960s housewives weren't just managing households, they were managing economies within their homes. They stretched every dollar, planned every meal, and fixed every item with care. In 2025, with costs climbing faster than ever, these strategies give us the same power. They're more than just hacks. They're superpowers passed down through generations. So here's your challenge. Pick one of these hacks and try it this week. Clip a digital coupon, cook a bulk meal, patch a favorite shirt, or set up digital envelopes. See how much you save and notice how much lighter you feel when money stops slipping through the cracks. Which 1960s budget hack are you trying first? Drop it in the comments and share your savings story. Don't forget to follow for more retro modern tips to keep your wallet happy and your life groovy. Because when it comes to money, sometimes the old school ways are the smartest ways. Let's make thrift your superpower in 2025 and beyond. Let's take one more trip back to the 1960s, when a Saturday afternoon often meant browsing thrift shops, church bazaars, or neighborhood yard sales. Housewives of the era knew how to stretch a dollar, and secondhand shopping was part of their playbook. Not only did it save money, but it also turned bargain hunting into a fun, social adventure. Fast forward to 2025, and this old-school habit has transformed into one of the smartest and trendiest budget hacks you can use today. In the 1960s, thrift shopping wasn't about vintage fashion trends or sustainability buzzwords. It was about necessity and creativity. Families grew fast, clothes wore out quickly, and new items weren't always affordable. By hitting up local resale shops or exchanging goods with neighbors, housewives kept their families dressed and their homes stocked without overspending. Every find had a story, and every purchase stretched the budget a little further. Now look at the modern twist. In 2025, thrift shopping isn't just for saving money, it's a lifestyle. Apps like Poshmark, Depop, and Facebook Marketplace put thousands of secondhand items right at your fingertips. Local thrift stores still offer amazing deals, but online platforms have turned the hunt into a global marketplace. You can score name-brand jeans for a fraction of retail, snag vintage furniture with a little character, or pick up kitchen tools for pennies on the dollar. Just like in the 1960s, it's about making the most of what's already out there. And here's the kicker. Secondhand shopping is sustainable. Every piece you buy used is one less item headed to a landfill and one less resource used to produce something new. That eco-friendly edge makes thrift shopping more than just a budget hack. It's a feel-good choice that benefits your wallet and the planet. Talk about groovy double savings. Let's put it into numbers. A new coat at a department store might cost $120. At a thrift shop, you could find a gently used one for $20. That's a $100 savings right there. Imagine repeating that across a wardrobe refresh or outfitting your home with secondhand finds. The total savings could easily reach hundreds, even thousands of dollars per year. That's the kind of math 1960s housewives would be proud of. What makes thrift shopping even more powerful today is the ability to personalize. Want a mid-century modern lamp? Search online marketplaces. Need a set of kids' clothes for back to school? Check your local consignment store. The thrill of the hunt hasn't changed, but the options have exploded. And just like in the past, creativity is key. A little polish, a fresh coat of paint, or a quick repair can turn a bargain into a treasure. The 1960s taught us that smart spending isn't always about doing without. It's about doing more with less. Thrift shopping proves that principle still shines today. Whether you're chasing deals at a local shop, scrolling online for bargains, or upcycling items with a fresh twist, you're tapping into a tradition that's both timeless and practical. The housewives of the past knew it, and now you do too. One person's cast-off can be your budget's best friend. Take a moment and imagine this. It's 1963, and a housewife in a patterned apron is carefully stretching her weekly budget. She clips coupons, preps a casserole, mends her son's school shirt, and tucks envelopes of cash into a tidy kitchen drawer. Now, fast forward to 2025. Prices are rising, technology rules our wallets, and yet those same habits still work. The lesson? Thrift is timeless. Throughout this journey, we've revisited 4 powerful money-saving hacks that shaped the 1960s household and still have the power to transform our finances today. Let's recap. First, coupon clipping. Back then it was scissors and paper. Today it's apps like Honey, Rakuten, or Ibotta that instantly slash prices at checkout. The result is the same: big savings on everyday purchases. Then came bulk cooking. Casseroles, stews, and soups stretched ingredients across days, feeding families for pennies. In 2025, meal prep takes that same principle and amplifies it. 5 dinners for $15 isn't just realistic, it's genius. Less waste, lower costs, and no late night scramble for expensive takeout. DIY repairs were another hallmark of the 1960s household. With just a needle, thread, or a screwdriver, small problems became quick fixes instead of costly replacements. Today, YouTube tutorials and affordable kits make the same magic possible. Whether it's patching jeans or tightening a chair leg, those little victories keep cash in your wallet and unnecessary waste out of landfills. And finally, the envelope system. Housewives once divided cash into labeled envelopes to make sure every dollar had a job. In our digital age, apps like YNAB or Good Budget carry on the tradition with digital categories. Whether it's groceries, bills, or coffee runs, those envelopes, real or virtual, teach us discipline and control. What's incredible is how each of these hacks bridges the past and the present. They show us that even in an age of rising costs and flashy tech, the smartest solutions are often the simplest ones. A little planning, a little discipline, and a lot of creativity can stretch your dollars further than you ever thought possible. So here's the challenge. Don't just watch these hacks, try them. Pick one that fits your lifestyle and commit to it this week. Whether it's cooking in bulk, fixing something instead of replacing it, or setting up digital envelopes, see the difference for yourself. The savings add up faster than you'd imagine. Now I want to hear from you. Which 1960s budget hack are you going to test first? Drop your answer in the comments and share how much you save. And if you want more retro modern tips to keep your wallet happy in 2025, hit that follow button and join the thrifty community we're building here. Because here's the truth. The 1960s housewives weren't just homemakers. They were financial superheroes in disguise. And with their timeless tricks, you can too. Thrift isn't old-fashioned. It's your 2025 superpower. As we close this journey back through the thrift and wisdom of the 1960s, one thing becomes clear. Those housewives weren't just cooking meals and folding laundry. They were masters of budgeting, champions of creativity, and the original life hack experts. Every coupon clipped, every casserole stretched, every stitch mended carried one message: waste less, save more, and make every dollar count. Now here we are in 2025. The world has changed. Smartphones, digital wallets, instant delivery, but the core challenges are the same. Groceries cost more than ever, bills pile up faster than paychecks, and we all feel that pressure to make money stretch. But here's the good news. The old school tricks still work. They may look different, but their power hasn't faded. Think about it. When you use a cashback app or digital coupon, you're channeling that same energy as a 1960s mom with her scissors. When you meal prep 5 dinners on Sunday, you're honoring the casserole traditions that saved families back in the day. When you patch a shirt instead of tossing it, you're making the same proud choice those thrifty homemakers did. And when you budget with apps like YNAB or Good Budget, you're just carrying forward the envelope system into a digital age. The real lesson? Thrift isn't about living small, it's about living smart. It's about using creativity and discipline to unlock freedom, not just in your wallet, but in your whole life. That kind of wisdom never goes out of style. So here's what I want you to do. This week, pick one of these vintage hacks and actually put it to the test. Don't just nod along, live it out. Whether it's cooking in bulk, tracking every dollar with envelopes, or fixing something instead of buying new, try it. Then notice how it feels when your wallet is heavier and your stress is lighter. Because here's the truth. Saving money isn't boring, it's empowering. Every dollar you keep is a choice for security, for dreams, for freedom. The 1960s housewives knew it, and now you can too. Before you go, I've got 2 things for you. First, if you enjoyed this trip back in time and forward into your future, hit that subscribe button and join our Thrifty community. I share practical hacks, retro wisdom, and modern strategies every single week, and trust me, you won't want to miss the next one. And second, I want to hear from you. Which one of these 1960s money-saving hacks are you most excited to try in 2025? Will it be couponing, bulk cooking, DIY repairs, or the envelope system? Drop your answer in the comments below. I'll be reading them all, and who knows, your story might inspire the next video. Because at the end of the day, thrift isn't a trend, it's a timeless superpower, and it's one that's waiting for you to claim, right here, right now.